What's up, guys? What's going on? It's your favorite host, Queen G. I have a special segment for you. We had to get this show on in the evening because that was my friend's availability. I call him the godfather of the West Coast, pioneer of hip hop. He's all of those particular legendary names, and he's amazing, powerful, always been a huge influence in my life in some way or the other. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. We've been knowing each other for probably close to 20 years now, maybe a little longer. I don't know, probably at this point. But let's welcome Mr. Pioneer legendary Alonzo Williams to the show.
What's up, Queen G? Can you hear me? Shoot. I guess it's my show now. All right, you better hurry back in here. I'll take over. Hey, folks, this is Alonzo, the godfather of West Coast hip hop. Kicking it with my girl, Queen G. I don't know where she went, but I'm here. But I guess she'll come. I guess she's coming back. It is her show. So we'll just see what happens for a minute. Give her a second to get back in the room here. Oh, shit. Well, fuck it then. From the West Coast to the East Coast and everything in between, folks. You are live with Alonzo, the godfather of West Coast hip hop. And I'm kicking it with my girl, Queen G. I'm waiting for her to show back up. I don't know what happened. We've been talking for 15 minutes before she went live. As soon as we went live, she disappeared. Now, you can't leave a brother like me with a camera and some internet service. I'm finna talk my ass off. I'm trying to stall for her to show back up. I don't know what happened. We was kicking it real tough. And then all of a sudden, she disappeared. She got to come back because this is her show. But folks, look here, man. This is Alonzo, the godfather of West Coast hip hop. Me and Queen go way, way, way back. Eve After Dark days, Watts and Compton together. You know how we in trouble. And when she was in Vegas, she always hooked me up, made me feel treated me like a king every time I came to Vegas. Now she in Texas, Arlington, in Texas. I don't know how I'm going to see her again in person, but thank God for technology and be able to hook up. But I just want to get this technology, get it right so we can get back on the show and make this thing happen. There she go. I told you she was coming back.
We back.
I told you she was coming back.
Goodness.
Here's my co-host, Queen G, folks. No,
Right. What was that?
I have no idea. This shit, man, that's the only problem with this shit. Sometimes it does, you be talking, all of a sudden you just disappear like a ghost and come back and hey.
Golly, I don't know what happened with that, but welcome to the Queen G Live experience.
It happened so much to me, I don't even panic. No, I used to panic when that happened. I don't even panic.
Okay.
I just wait.
Look, you held it down. You held it down just perfect. You covered me. You had my back. You made sure that we were good. And that the time was made up in some way or the other. Because you got your own show too, right? You got your own show, and you know how this works.
Yes, ma'am. I got a show come on at 6 o'clock this evening, LA time.
Right.
So if y'all don't know I have a show, I have a podcast I do twice a week. It's called NWA Stories with Alonzo on YouTube. I'm on Facebook and YouTube. And on Tuesdays, I have a buddy of mine, Dusty Vision. He interviews me. And on Thursday, I interview various people from the hip hop industry. Today, my show is going to be really interesting. I have not Reggie Wright Jr. I got Reggie Wright Sr., dad of Reggie Wright Jr., who was running the Compton Gang Squad back in the day when I was doing doodles and Skateland. So we go to a whole other level. We go deep. We don't go just regular. We go deep. So that's the beauty of being an OG. Most people don't even talk to him. Because he and I got
and for those that know anything about the name Skateland, you would understand that is one of our old school roller derbies that everybody used to go to back in the day. And we all, if you any part of LA for real, officially, you got your body up in that roller rink at some point or the other, right?
That's right. Hey, you want to hear something crazy? Crazy? I promoted Skateland. I did the grand opening. I did concerts there. I did a lot of stuff. I didn't realize till Tuesday. I was talking to a friend of mine about Skateland, and I never skated there one time. I did all kinds
You
of parties.
promoted, but you didn't skate. You promoted, but you didn't skate there.
I never skated.
Wow.
Okay. I just did the parties, gave everybody a chance to do what they did. I did everything else, never skated there. But that's just one of them Alonzo tidbits of history. Talk to me, baby.
That's a trip. So tell us more about your show. Tell us what that show is about in particular.
Well, my show, I try to specialize in a couple of different things. It's not just a podcast. It's more of a mentoring show. Because on Tuesdays, my boy Dusty Vision, he'll hit me with questions from things that he come up with, and then things from the chat room that are very pertinent to what's happening right now in regard how it looks today versus back in the day. My personal opinion as an old school player, as opposed to a youngster that's in some cases that's impressed with some of this bullshit that's going on around here. And then on Thursdays, I do another show and I interview people that played a significant part in hip hop. I had Sir Mix-a-Lot on my show. I've had DeAndre Bonds from I know
what you're talking about. The actor.
Right. Yeah. DeAndre Bonds, Sir Mix-a-Lot, KD. I had I just had somebody on this Force MDs. I had the Force MDs last week. So I kind of go old school on my show. I kind of like get into old school players and people that may have a different perspective in hip hop, played a different role in hip hop, other than just the same guys that is doing their thing right now.
Right, and that's important because for us, we need that. We need that, reinforcement, if you know what I mean, from back in the day, to keep us alive, basically, out here.
When you out here and you've been doing something for a long time, and what you've done for so long has evolved, declined in some cases, it revolved into something else totally different, and people may not realize your significance. But if we didn't do what we did, the evolution would have never, you didn't go from fish to man. You had to stop by monkey and some other stuff. The evolution never would have happened. So I like a lot of youngsters really appreciate somebody who was there. This ain't no third hand, something I read in the book. I was standing right there when so-and-so did that.
Yeah. And
that's the part that, as a person who like hearing stories, my old man and my uncles were great storytellers. And I was sitting like a big ass kid. And they talking about Mississippi and coming to Oakland and California and their first jobs. And I'm sitting there just trying to soak up all this game and this information. And I just try to pass that same energy and information on to these youngsters, because a lot of these guys have never had a man sit down and talk to them about anything other than some bullshit.
Right. Speaking of there and being there for all of us, it's literally a true statement. Okay, I got a surprise for you that I wanted to show you live on this particular platform today while I had you here. I couldn't do it no other way. I didn't want to sneak it up on you, in another way. So anyway, back in the day, you were a promoter that gave me as a young, you were a club owner, put it like that, at the Loft, that gave me an opportunity as a young promoter to come in and bring my showcases there.
Okay.
Remember that back in the day? Yeah, I introduced all the new talent and brought so many, right, when hip hop was starting to get popular, and we brought a lot of new talent in there. Well, as you become older and you mature, things turn into like, say I don't know, a piece of paper, it becomes more valuable later on, exactly, right? Exactly. So what I happened to do was I thought I would capture my moments at your club in a certain format. So what I did was I wrote a book.
Oh, did you? Wow. Wow.
And these are some moments from the Loft from like 15 plus years ago.
Okay.
Back in the day, and I got several pages in here. It's not just one page. This is me as a young promoter. Remember this?
Yeah.
I still kept my hats on.
I ain't mad.
Right?
Yeah. That's crazy. Good job, man.
These are more pictures. Remember when my daughter came through one of the parties?
Yeah.
Car over there. That's Carla.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
I wrote a book, and I this particular chapter is called. Let's see what this chapter is called. It's called Meet Queen G.
Okay.
Meet Queen G. That's the name of the chapter that you're in. I'm gonna have to mail you one of these books, Queen G Media Course.
Sign it.
Journey. Yeah, sign it for you and send it to you. I'll do that probably sometime this week coming up. But yeah.
Oh, now you're author now, huh?
Your club is in there. The loft is in there.
Okay.
Tell everybody, if you can remember that far back, because it's been some years. We've known each other for quite a while. And what are some of the things that we used to do together back in the day?
Your husband there, I'll tell you. No, I don't talk about that. Your husband. I'm just joking.
You're so funny.
We made money together. That's for damn sure. The comedy show.
Yep.
What my boy's name?
Trey Love.
Trey Love. I see Trey Love all the time. I see Trey Love all the time. I see him all the time. He that's what my son, but that one of the clubs I spin in now over in Bellflower. He still
when he was a young host, he was right there at the loft.
Right.
Hosting our shows and our showcases.
My boy, what's his name? Al Toomer. It was funny ass. It was funny talking. Remind me of Bernie Mac, but it's not Bernie Mac. Okay.
Right.
He got that Bernie Mac cadence, but he got a whole different style of talking. I mean, a whole different style of comedy. You talking about going back? Shit, that's going back.
We went, we know each other for a long time. Like, what I love about you as a young business owner, you always gave new people opportunities. You know what I mean?
Right.
You've always been like that, like from day one, from the time I've known you anyway.
Well, that was my introduction to the game. The old man that put me in the game, to own the club, he told me, as you start to be more successful, don't pull the ladder of success up behind you. Leave it down so somebody else can climb up that motherfucker. And hope they climb up faster than you so they can bring you up. Okay? Then don't be chicken shit. And that's always been my philosophy.
Oh yeah, and you did that. You didn't just talk about that. You did that. You pulled me through a lot of my times because I didn't know where else to go to promote the kind of shows that we wanted to promote, because we were trying to bring comedians and artists together. Right. You know what I mean? In the same platform and under the same roof. And that wasn't easy out there in LA. You know what I'm saying? So it helped a big deal for me as a young promoter to be able to come in there. And remember, I was managing my boys, TJ and Drew at the time.
Yeah.
Managing their careers and woo.
Be the momager.
Yeah. Yep.
Momager.
And I was just getting my foot wet and just now, being introduced to the game. But the thing is, when someone opens that door of opportunity for you, it's like you learn from it. You learn from walking in that door. You either go learn it or you're not. Right. One of the two. You ain't got no choice but to learn it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just wanted to say that and show you that we actually captured the loft in a,
Thank you, babe. That's a good thing. I'm proud of it.
Kind of situation here, and that we captured that in there. So tell me what you're doing this weekend. We know that you got something coming up very, very important, and we want to talk about that.
Well, you know what, babe? I'm a prostate cancer survivor, and about 10 years ago now, and I started talking about prostate cancer because it's one of the things God put on my heart. And when I was going through prostate cancer, they tell you all the emotions you're going to deal with. You're going to get selfish, denial, regret, blah, blah, blah. You're going to make a deal with God, all kind of stuff. Now, me and God cut a deal. And first, I didn't understand the deal. But then as I started getting more and more into it, at one point in time, I was going through a lot of depression because, prostate cancer. Prostate cancer, cancer of any type, gives you the impression that your life has an expiration date. We all know we're going to get up out of here. But we just don't know how, when, and why. But when you got cancer, a couple of the questions just got answered, okay? And I was sitting there, I was riding down the street, and I saw these guys from my old neighborhood who wasn't doing much of anything, never have, and no disrespect to nobody, but like, why they couldn't have that? Now, why I got to have this? Why, these cats, they drinking and smoking, they don't do what I do. They can't do what I do. And they don't have nothing.
And
when I'm sitting there, I came home and sat in my chair, and God slapped me upside the head like a bully on the playground. Boom! If they had it, wouldn't nobody listen? Oh, shoot. So, because I have a platform, blog, podcast, I'm who I am, it became my responsibility to talk about this. And as I started talking about it, I started realizing more and more how ignorant brothers are when it comes to these two fingers. At that time, these two fingers was the main way to check your prostate, okay? And cats even questioned my sexuality because I had a prostate check. Man, I didn't know you was like that. Like what? Oh, man, you done a man put his fingers in. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh, man, I've been in the yard of Folsom. I done did 4-5 years. Ain't no man did nothing to me like that. You got to be bullshit. You can't be serious. But he was. And that's when I started talking about it more and more. But I realized I stopped talking to the fellas. I found out who his girlfriend is, his wife is. I go talk to her. Because see, what y'all have to go through, make these two fingers look like nothing.
Right.
The syrups and the mashing and all the stuff y'all have to go through to do an exam, make these two fingers look like nothing. So I talk to the girls. Hey, man.
That's facts.
If you love your guy, take his ass to get a prostate check, okay? He ain't listening to me, all right? If you have to withhold some things to get him to cooperate, damn it, withhold him. Because I tell you what, if he don't go like when he's supposed to, he might not be able to perform no way.
What's the appropriate age for a man to start checking his prostate?
It used to be like 45 and 50. Now it's like 40, babe. It's like 40. They done bumped it down to 40. But see, here's the crazy part that most cats don't understand. You can check your prostate. You can check for prostate cancer in your blood. The fingers are mainly to check for swelling or enlargement of the prostate. They can check it. They can check it initially, see if your Gleason scores or have changed any your PSAs, whatever the case may be. They can check that through your blood. Okay. Now, if he sees something suspicious in your blood, you could have a low number or a relatively low number. He might want to check your prostate to see if there's any swelling, just as a secondary situation. But it's not the primary anymore. So sometimes you use it, but still, no matter what it is, it ain't nothing to run from. Okay, it's something you got to do for your family, man. People always talk that static about, I'll kill for my family, I'll die for my family, but you won't get a prostate exam. Fool, miss me with that one. Miss me with that one. Miss me with that.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like you said, I mean, us women, we got to get everything checked all the
time. You got to get the oil checked, the dipstick, all that got to be checked. All the transmission, all that got to be checked. So it's not too much to ask for your partner to do something that's going to hopefully prolong his life and his sex life. Because if you wait too long, you may live, but you're gonna miss a chunk of your other part of your life. Huh?
Okay.
Sometimes they can't save. Sometimes if you wait too late, they may be able to save your life, but they can't save the other part of your life that you enjoy so much. And that's the part that really makes you mad. when you
Now
wait too
I might be a little ignorant and I don't know, and that's why I'm asking. So is the prostate inside of the testicles?
No, the prostate is a it's a walnut size gland, and you have nerves that affect your erection right along the side of it.
Okay.
So if you catch if you have your prostate removed like I did, they can do what they call a nerve sparing operation. They can spare the nerves. Okay. But if it gets too bad, like stage 4 or whatever the case may be, they may have to take everything out, which means you ain't got no cables to lift the crane. Okay. The cables will not lift the crane, and because they had to cut the cables and everything out,
they got to remove everything. Yeah, which leaves you with nothing. Okay.
So you have to be real careful. So if you catch it early, and here's the crazy part. A doctor told me this. He said, if you gotta have cancer, you want skin cancer or prostate cancer, because they're so easy to, if they're caught early,
they can remove it.
Right? But skin cancer, you're gonna see skin cancer somewhere on your body. Prostate cancer, you ain't gonna see that. Okay, and there's not a lot of symptoms, and sometimes the digital rectal exam, that's what they call this, the digital rectal exam was a way to do a primary check. But with me, doctor been checking me for 3 years. He said, we're going to watch it. Well, we've been watching this thing get bigger for the last 3 years. I want to go see another doctor. And we went to the urologist.
Oh, so the original doctor you had did not catch yours.
He didn't catch it.
Is that what was happening? Ooh, that's rough.
He didn't catch it. He just told me, hey, man, he do the check. Oh, it's a little bit large, but we're going to watch it for a minute. Okay, go back 2 years later. We still watch it. Hold on, man. Hold on. I've been pissing a little bit more than normal now. Okay, let's go see a urologist. And that's when they did the biopsy, and they found cancer in 2 parts of my prostate.
Wow, that's crazy. And at that point, when they found it finally, at what stage were you in at that point?
Stage 1.
Okay.
So stage 1, like the doctor said, stage 1, 2 parts of your prostate, you ain't even sick. You're not even sick. You just got to go through something. Okay?
Yeah.
So, if stage 1, early stages of stage 2, you're not really sick. Stage 3, stage 4, shit get complicated. Things get complicated. Okay? You might not be able to save the nerves. You might have a total I forgot the word, whatever it is.
I know what you're talking about.
They take the whole thing out and everything around.
The whole thing.
You got so much cancer in the area. You got to get everything. You got to get that particular part and parts around it to make sure there's no cancer even in the area, nowhere form of fashion. So you start doing that. You start affecting other things. And some people
for those that don't may not have insurance, do they have programs that test you and check you that, you know what I mean?
They have all kind of free clinics. We should have people out there this Saturday that will give you a blood test to help you find out if you have prostate cancer. You can go to a lot of different organizations and they'll test for free. Okay. And if you got any kind of health insurance whatsoever, or depending on what it is, you may be able to go to one of the local hospitals and get it treated.
Right. Because I went recently to a gynecologist out in Houston.
Okay.
And I had to pay for my services, but it wasn't, super over expensive where you can't afford it. It's kind of like, there are programs out there that work with people within the community that don't necessarily have medical insurance. You know what I mean?
So you don't have to die, but you will if you don't know.
That's true. That's true. So do you know of any of the programs that will be there this weekend? Their names of their organizations?
I know we have the Men's Cancer Network as a part of one of the groups coming out this week. We work together all the time. I speak at their events. I think Watts Health Clinic is coming out.
I love, that's what I grew up off of. My whole when I was younger, Watts Community, that was my clinic for years, many years.
So, and my executive director has everybody else, but those are the two I know for sure that are coming out to support us on the event. It's our first annual, so I have a lot of political support as well. So that's a great thing. So hopefully we can next year we'll be able to get some bigger companies to write some bigger checks and help bring awareness to prostate cancer.
That is awesome. We're gonna go back and put the information in for you later in the comment boxes. I think I pushed something or messed something up when I jumped out at that moment, because it's not even as many people as normally are in here right now. I think I messed something up.
I can't see.
But I wanted to get you, on here and talk about what you're doing this weekend, and talk about.
I ain't through yet. When I leave there, I'm taking
a nap. Go for it.
When I leave there at 2:00, I'm gonna take a nap. I'll be at the French Quarters in Bellflower in California, rocking for the old school. I have a spot I play every Saturday. I'm a DJ first and foremost. Before I was a club owner, before I was wrecking crew, before I was a Godfather, I've been a DJ since 1976, and that's one of my passions. That's one of my passions, and so now I could have dealt with a buddy of mine who has a club out in Bellflower, and we have a Saturday night we call it a Saturday night house party, and it's for people with gray hair. So if you got gray hair and you still got to get your groove on, I got something for you. Okay.
You got a spot.
I got a spot for you.
I love it.
Everybody, here's something that's really, I'm gonna say this. Some people are gonna get upset, but everybody can't party with everybody. Okay.
Right. That's true.
A lot youngsters party differently from grown folks do. They have a different thing. They like doing this right here. This is their party right here. Hey. Mm-hmm. That's their party. Okay. Well, we like getting our groove on. We like going to the dance floor. I don't mind.
Like this.
I don't mind making that walk across the floor. Maybe can I get this dance? I might want to cha-cha. And sometimes I want to slow dance somebody just to get a phone number. So all that, we still do those things. You don't go to a club and see nobody cha-cha in a club that's charging $1,500 a bottle. It's a turn up all the time. Well, we can't turn up all the time. We got to go a little bit slow and mellow, then pick it back up. Turn up for a little bit, we're gonna break it back down. I'm a house party DJ by trade. That's what I do. So that's the groove I bring to the.
And it's a specific age bracket and a certain club and a certain clique and vibe that y'all bring. And,
more so than a certain mindset. Okay, if you come to a Saturday night at the French Quarters, I'm gonna play everything from the Temptations to 50 Cent and everything in between. So,
okay. I got something that I'm gonna hit you with. I'm gonna ask you. Okay. When you see this right here, what comes to mind?
You know what it reminds me of? I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of The Last Dragon. Okay.
Yep. The movie, huh?
The Last Dragon. Homegirl had them jugs with the speakers on them or something. That's what it reminds me of. Okay.
Yeah, The Last Dragon is that's so old. That movie is so old.
Time Out, and Vanity, and Show Enough.
Yeah.
And Kiss My Converse. Okay.
Right.
So yeah.
So while we got you, Alonzo, tell us what one of your favorite old school movies is. Which one of your favorite old school films?
Baby, I'm gonna tell you some shit you might not even know nothing about. I was watching the other night just for the hell of it. Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier, either Uptown Saturday Night or Let's Do It Again. I love them two movies.
My mother watched those movies, so I'm familiar with it because of her.
And I'm always, if the 5 Heartbeats is on, I'm gonna watch the 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah.
If the Jackson Temptation, the 5 Heartbeats on, I'm gonna stop and watch them. Them 3 movies.
5 Heartbeats. 5 Heartbeats. I know the words to that movie. Okay. I know the words to that movie.
I interviewed Big Red on my show. I just had Choir Boy on the show a couple of weeks ago. I've had Big Red on the show a couple of times. I'm trying to get Leon and at least Leon and my boy Robert Townsend. Those are two.
I might have access to H-Town for you, but I gotta work it out. Yeah, I'm about to interview them soon.
I saw
and
that.
Whoever the connect is, I'm gonna try to sync it your way. Okay.
I would love to. So, if I even H-Town been one of my beats back in the day. Was it H-Town?
H-Town is knocking the boots. They the ones knocking the boots.
I think knocking the boots is turn off the lights, if I'm mistaken. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Knocking, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. It was something else.
Do you are you still the owner of the loft? Is that still around, or is that closed?
It's still standing. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I mean, I retired from the club management business. I'm strictly a DJ. I'm a promoter. I love promoting. I love DJing. I'm a DJ promoter. I don't care about the liquor. I don't care about the waitresses. I don't care. All I care about is the cashier and my guard and how many folks came in tonight. I don't do that no more.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to ask about that location because it was such an instrumental location in my life back then. We're
talking about. I'm thinking about doing a documentary on just some of the locations that I was involved in that were important to West Coast history. And that's one. That spot. That's the Eve After Dark, Studio East, the Loft, Penthouse, all the same building. Okay. Every time it got stale, we give it a new name, slap some paint on it, and come with a new format.
Right. That's the way you survived back then, huh? As promoters.
Okay.
Yeah, and DJs and things like that. Yep.
All new. When they say the all new, all they mean is either the all new carpet or the all new paint. That's the only thing that's changed.
Exactly. And it was a whole new club. But Alonzo, you've been amazing today. Thank you so much for stopping in. I know you got another show that's coming up, your own show that's coming up behind this.
Yep.
And again, give us the information for this weekend.
This weekend,
so that we can reiterate.
We are doing our first annual prostate cancer walk at Cal State Dominguez Hills College in Carson, California, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Me, the city councilman Cedric Hicks, he's an advocate for cancer in general. City of Carson, Cal State Dominguez Hills, all my team with Lyrical Revolution. We're making it happen, folks. We are stepping out and bringing awareness to prostate cancer. If you're a female with a man in your life that you care about, go get him checked. If you're a brother, the people that you love in your life, go get checked for them, man. Go get checked for them. That's all.
It's very, very, very important, guys. Alonzo, you've been amazing. Like I said, I'm going to get you your book in the mail.
Please do.
We're going to touch base about this in a couple of days.
All right.
And you keep being amazing. Keep doing what you're doing out here. We need you. We've always needed you, but even more now. Now as our, godfather of hip hop and our legend. You know what I mean? We appreciate all that you bring to the table, and we admire you, man. We love you.
I appreciate it. All right.
Definitely. See you soon, okay?
All right. Thank you, baby. Bye-bye. Peace, folks.
Bye-bye. That was Alonzo Williams, the godfather of hip hop. He's amazing. He's always doing his thing in the community, always DJing, always around music, entertainment. He was a pioneer for me. And that's why it was so amazing to have him on the show today and on this segment, because he definitely was legendary in my early career. This book right here, Queen G Media Course, The Journey, it has pictures of the club that he owned at that time in here. And I'm going to send him his copy of this book, Queen G Media Course, The Journey, now on Amazon. So definitely, guys, keep watching. Stay tuned. You never know who's going to be on here. We have so many amazing people coming up soon. Keep watching, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.